guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Yuri. Today I want to talk about everything you want to know about planning a wedding. So I'm taking my expert friend right here. This is Michelle.
Hi, nice to meet you.
So Michelle here, she owns a wedding planner business in Orange County. Is it called Mele Amore? Mele Amore, right?
Yep, Mele Amore.
Do you want to talk a little bit about when you start this business?
Yeah, sure. I started Mele Amore about 8 years ago. I was doing a lot of corporate events and big festivals, and one of my friends introduced me into the wedding industry, and I instantly fell in love with everything.
Yeah. Well, I myself have been working for about 8 years to do wedding and hair for weddings. I always love anything about wedding. Actually, when I was young, I also do a wedding planning for. I just love everything about weddings. So so that's drive me to do makeup and hair for the bride. So today we want to talk about a lot of bride when they comes to me, they have a lot of questions about how to plan their weddings. So here I want to ask you, if I get engaged right now, what the first that I have to do?
First and foremost, call your friends, let them know what's going on.
Yeah.
No, you know what? Honestly, hire a planner.
Yeah, hire a planner, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Figure out what your budget is. How much are you and your fiance going to be comfortable in spending for the overall wedding?
Yeah.
It's so important because before you start looking at venues or even thinking about your theme or even your wedding dress, you want to make sure it's something that you're comfortable with and that you can actually do.
Yeah.
From there, once you figure out your budget, figure out the timing, and then also how many guests, realistically, how many guests you're going to have. Put together a list of who's my must-haves and who are the people that are just nice to have.
Right.
I have so many couples that start inviting my childhood friend, but I haven't talked to them in 10 years.
Yeah, we don't need that.
No, cut them all out. Cut them all out.
We don't need that.
So get together a realistic list because you can't look at venues until you know about approximately how many guests you're going to have.
So you think it's better to know what your guest number before you have the venue, or the venue first before you know how many guests you're gonna have?
No, definitely you need to know the number of guests before.
That's interesting.
Because some venues will only hold 50 guests or 100.
That's true.
So you don't want to go driving all around looking at all these places, fall in love, and then just like Kim Kardashian did in her weddings. You book a venue and then you figure out, oh shoot, I have too many guests, we can't have this one.
See, I plan my own wedding because I'm crazy. But then the thing is, because I've done it before, so I kind of know how to do it and stuff. But I wasn't being realistic either because I thought, I want to have a small private weddings. So then I was thinking 80 is a good number. And after I put all my guest list, I was like, oh my god, my friend is already 75. That's not including my husband's friend. So I was like, what am I thinking, So I think that's true. I think we have to have realistic number of guests first before you choose a venue. See, that's one thing that I didn't know. Yeah,
and Yuri, one thing that you said that's so important is actually writing down your guest list.
Yes.
Because a lot of people are like, I have about 50 friends, I have about 100 family, but until you actually write it down, you start to think of people that maybe you weren't thinking about, or you start to write it down and you're like, hey, I really don't have that many family members. So it's really important to write down your guest list.
Okay, that makes sense. I also want to put it out there, for you to know who's that you want to work with on your wedding is really important too. I think referral is the most important in my opinion, just because you already know and you have met these people before, maybe from your friend's wedding or your family wedding. I think it's good to have that relationship to work with someone. But there is also though, some people, I'm just gonna have my friend to do my wedding. Sometimes that's also tricky, right? Because you can't really say what you have to say and stuff. What do you think about that?
Yeah, that's really tough. And it's not even just with wedding planning, but I feel like if you have a friend that does flowers or your friend that does hair and makeup, it's actually so much nicer and less stressful to hire a professional, somebody outside of your friends and family. And the main reason is just like you said, one, you can be completely honest with someone. You don't have to worry about I'm gonna hurt my friend's feelings or anything like that. And also on the wedding day, if they're that close of a friend, you're gonna want them to actually be a guest and enjoy everything.
That's true.
Not be stressed out. And it is a really stressful time too.
Also, a lot of people ask me how to choose a theme of the wedding and what kind of makeup and hair are appropriate for a wedding. To me, more than anything for a wedding, I think it's the best to stay true to who you are more than trying to be someone that you're not. Because trust me, being realistic I think is the biggest thing to do on your wedding day. Because I have so many like I do a lot of Asian like brides, right? And then there's so many majority people always bring like Kim K's this makeup. Like first of all, we're not blonde and we're not Caucasians or like, you know, any other races. But I mean, yes, I mean, what you see on the pictures always look beautiful, but I think it's always best to choose what style is best for you, and then like what represent you at the most part. Because I kind of feel not comfortable to change a person to be completely unrecognizable, even though sometimes they kind of have an idea like they want to look so different. But then when you say your vows with your husband to be, it's kind of weird. I think like it's kind of weird for the husband to look at the bride and saying like, why did you look so different, you know? Because you guys are falling in love for a reason, you know? So I don't think you want to look completely different, you know, until like people can't even recognize you. To me, I don't know. I don't agree with that.
Yeah, I agree. It's so true. I have so many grooms who come back and they're like, you know, how'd the hair and makeup trial go? And the grooms are like, I didn't even recognize her.
You know? I mean, hopefully it's a good way, but mostly of them are like, not in a good way.
Yeah, it's not.
It's not.
Yeah. And that goes with, you know, like the styling for your whole wedding too, and the venue.
Yeah.
It's so easy now to like go onto like Pinterest or like Instagram and you're like, I want this wedding.
Yes.
But if it doesn't represent who you are, it's not worth it, because honestly it's just gonna get you confused, and because you're gonna go with like natural tendencies of what you like, but then you see pretty pictures and
to me, I feel like when you stick with like one theme or like one color or whatever, stop looking at pictures. So just stick with it, you know. To me, a lot of people are like, oh my god, like another DIY, and then like if you don't have time, just don't do it. And then choose your priority more than anything, right?
Oh, exactly.
Yeah, because like a lot of this is kind of like a good idea, and then another good idea, and at the end you'll never finish, and you put so much more stress, and then it's just not worth it, you know, because the wedding is supposed to be fun more than anything, right?
You're supposed to enjoy it. It's a celebration. And don't worry about all of those other things in the back end. You know, it's just really important to remember it's a celebration. It's fun.
Okay.
In addition to getting your budget, your guest count, you also want to make sure that, you know, you have like your venue and then also a date in mind. And going off of the whole like keeping it fun, I truly recommend first take a look at where you want to go on your honeymoon. Where you want to celebrate. You know, go off and check it out. If you want to go to the Bahamas or anything like that, and your date is flexible, then make sure you're planning your wedding date around the seasonality of where you're going to celebrate your honeymoon at. It's so fun, and we always see like couples that, you know, sometimes they'll go through all the planning and then they find out, oh, but if I go on my honeymoon, it's going to be tornado season, so I'll wait another like 6 months.
So after the venue, the dress, right? The dress first. Dress, I think, really has to match with the venue, because a lot of people have this dress in mind that they want to wear for the wedding dress, you know, for the wedding day. So either a tutu or a mermaid or whatever. But you have to think of like, is it looks appropriate for the venue? So as makeup and hairstyle, because if you want to have it on the beach, like it will be nice and to have like a loose curls or whatnot, but then it has to match with the dress. I have some certain like bride that like they comes to me, they have a beautiful like really formal fitted dress, and then they like suddenly want to wear a flower crown. Like it's almost look like it doesn't look appropriate, because that look better with like a garden themed wedding.
Like bohemian.
Like, so I think to choose your theme and then to have a dress is also very important. And then the hair and makeup come after the dress. So you can't really have things like, you know, in your head, oh, I want my hair look exactly certain way or my makeup look is certain way, because sometimes it doesn't go with the dress, and to me that's really, really important.
Definitely. It's important when you meet with your hair and makeup artist too, to make sure that you show them how you normally wear your daily makeup and your hair, because it's just it gives them a better idea, and then also it can help give suggestions, right?
Yeah, it is. So one of the most people ask me about how they wear their hair. They want to have it up or down. To me, I will suggest up most of the time, just because it's just easier for you to like wear it. You don't have to worry about like your hair on your face and when you take a picture, and especially when you have an outdoor wedding and it's like super windy and your hair is gonna look like crazy, and then later like, oh, my hair looks crazy on my picture. But the thing is, that's why, you know what I mean? I mean, I can't like put so much hairspray that your hair doesn't move either, because then it looks weird, you know? So I think, to me, I will always suggest to have it up. But if you're not feeling comfortable, then yes, you can have it down. But you have to think though, like, as much as you like your hair down, example, if you have a wedding by the beach, your hair, it will not hold the curls. It will not hold the curls, because by the beach, the moisture of, you know, in the air is a lot, and the sea salt, so your hair will not hold at all. So that's one thing you have to consider if you want to have your hair up or down. And then come to the beauty. This is the fun part, right? The beauty part, right? People always ask me, is Troilus important?
Oh yeah,
very,
hands down. Like, don't
very.
ever not do a trial.
Yeah.
Do not do a trial. Okay.
Say trial, even though like you look at their Instagram, you like their makeup or whatever, you know, but to me, trial is to get to know and to build trust more than looking at the makeup and hair, how it looks like, you know, because to me, it's so important for you to trust the person that is going to beautify you on the most important days on your wedding, you know. So my job is super important, by the way.
It is.
Yeah. So you know, it's very important to have this like relationship with your makeup artist more than just to know how to make me look beautiful, you know, because to me, feeling beautiful is more important than to look beautiful on your wedding day, because it really shows your inner beauty more than like what's in the outside. Because if you don't feel comfortable, like when you choose your makeup, you have an idea like, oh, I want to like wear red lipstick, but you never wear the red lipstick before. I never recommend that, because yeah, you want to make a statement and look different, but like 10 years from now, you're gonna look at it and like, why do I do that, you know? So yeah, build a relationship with your makeup artist is really, really important. And a lot of people, when I do a trial, I usually look at their skin. This is when I suggest you guys to, you know, if you have a major like acne problem, and to see a dermatologist, or maybe start using birth control. I mean, I swear, I feel like just do everything.
Water.
Just do everything to make you look good, you know. And then including, I have a lot of this question about Botox. So a lot of you guys have wanted me to talk about this Botox situation. I mean, for people who's like after 30, we're all after 30, right? I feel like we're all getting married a little bit, like, you know, around when we're 30s. I do have a lot of people want to do a lot of contour because they want to look their face look a lot slimmer, but they don't want to do a lot of makeup. So that's really conflicting to me, because if you want to look really light and bright in your wedding day, you don't want to do too much contour, because it really shows, especially if you have a light skin color, it just shows a lot in the pictures. You know, you might not really see it in person, but it doesn't look good in camera when you put so much contour.
Yeah.
And so for that, I highly suggest you guys to try Botox, just because it's so funny, because I don't want to like try to make everybody to change who they are or whatnot, but it helps a lot, because I had it myself. And then on our jaw area, a lot of people, oh, my face is so fat, and then we all have round face, you know. I feel like I always heard this, like, for everybody, you know. Well, you're lucky, you have the
oh my god, I want Botox so bad.
No, so like, I actually, I have a severe, like a swollen jaw. I think I started realizing after 30, and then I didn't know that I've been clenching when I'm sleeping. So when I look at my picture from I was younger, and then like later, until like I was like 30, my face got a lot bigger, like on my jaw area. And then somebody had mentioned it to me, maybe you should try to Botox your jaw to relax the muscle. So it doesn't necessarily change the way you look, it just make it look, your face just look a little bit slimmer, just to go back to where it was before. So it's nothing really like severe, you know. I'm not telling you to like, oh, we'll change everything, you know, but do what makes you happy, you know, do what makes you feel good. Like also a lot of people, oh, should I have a hair extension or like fake lashes extension? You have to have a consultation with your makeup artist, because sometimes we suggest to use a fake glasses just because glasses make everything looks better, you know. And then but fake glasses, the extension is nice, but it comes with a price.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It comes with a price because your lashes will fall out.
Well, not only that, but some people have allergic reactions to it too.
Yeah.
So I've had brides, talk about horror stories. I've had brides who their eyes are completely swollen.
Oh my god, yeah.
Completely swollen.
Yes.
And you know, like, what do you do at that point?
Yeah.
You can't do anything.
See, that's why anything that I want you, because I suggest people who do trial about 6 months before the wedding, so then I can tell you what to do, how to prep your skin, your skin, your hair, whatnot. I will never suggest anybody to try anything too close to the wedding. Like 2 weeks is too close. If you never have a eyelash extension before, try it at least a month beforehand. Just because, yeah, a lot of people get an allergic reaction, you know, just like anything in general, or like certain facial, like microdermabrasion or whatever, you know, like you have to try it before.
Yeah, and it always sounds like a great idea to go to the spa right before the wedding with your girlfriends. But just to Yuri's point, I mean,
no,
you really don't want to have any allergic reactions to anything.
So, like, please don't do anything to last minute. Okay. So, and then, I want to talk about rehearsal dinner. Yes. Okay. So, me and Michelle, we agree. We agree that let's try to don't do your rehearsal dinner the day before the wedding.
Yeah, if you can, do it 2 days before the wedding. Do it a week before the wedding.
Yes.
From my perspective, the reason why it's so much nicer is because you actually have a day in between to kind of settle yourself. So let's say we go through the rehearsal and there's something that you want to change. Well, you don't have as much stress because you do have that day to fluctuate in between, or you get to enjoy more time with your out-of-town guests or anything like that.
No, it is, because rehearsal dinner is another event to plan.
Oh,
you know, because like I regretted to have my rehearsal dinner the day before. First of all, you have to drink with everybody, right? Oh, everybody take a shot. Oh, congratulations, cheers, celebrate. And what happened is some of us are very not like allergic, but like a lot of us, like when we drink, we get kind of like bloated, and then I don't know, you know, you're not gonna eat salad on your rehearsal dinner, you know. You kind of have to like celebrate everyone. So then I have a couple brides that like they literally swollen the day after the rehearsal dinner because they drink too much, because they're having too much fun, which is fun. But like the next day, you kind of like freaked out because like, oh my god, like my face is bloated, you know. So yeah, let's not do that. Try to cut off all the salt and alcohol as much as you can. Eat as clean as you can. Just prep your skin. Get your beauty sleep, because that is more important. That is more important. Yeah, you want to look as good as you can, rest as much as you can before the wedding.
And with that too, one good thing to always plan on is have everything done in terms of planning at least a month before if you can. Yeah. If you can't do a month before, then at least 2 weeks before. And that means like if you have slideshows, finish all of those up. Select all your music.
There's always last minute stuff.
Buy things, all of that, because you do want to have that time to rest.
Yeah, definitely. So somebody have asked me how to choose bridesmaids' dresses and what looks best for them. Like, I'm gonna give it to her because she's more the expert.
Okay. Well, one of my, I guess my biggest thing for bridesmaids' dresses is, you know, like Yuri is saying, you want to make sure that you feel beautiful inside. So let your bridesmaids be a part of that process. Let them pick dresses. I mean, like now the trend is totally, you know, different types of bridesmaids dresses. So not everybody has to be in the exact same style of dress.
I kind of like it like that. Yeah,
it's so nice.
Yeah,
it's so nice.
It's better.
And your bridesmaids feel so much better too, because then they can pick out dresses that they feel comfortable in and that fit their body styles and types.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I honestly, I always like neutral tone, duh. But according to Michelle, there's a lot of people now having more like a flower, like more bright colors. Is it coming back?
It is. I think, you know, the trend has been for the past like few years, a lot of the blush tones and neutral tones, you know, and black dresses too.
I love black dresses.
Those always are classic. You can never go wrong. But if you do want to introduce some colors, there's ways that you can do it. Now, like, we're seeing more and more like floral prints and
that's cute.
Printed bridesmaids dresses, and you know, like the bright pops of colors. Yeah,
I think depending on the season too. I think it's good to if you, I think it's depending on the venue. First of all, I think it's depending on the venue. Yeah, depending on the venue, and is it a summer wedding, spring wedding, winter wedding? I think that make a huge difference, right? Yeah, because of the tone of the photo, that was important. So,
and if you are like color shy, you can go with like neutral color dresses or black dresses. But then bring in that color through like their bouquets or maybe like a fun sash or accessories.
Yeah, I like that. I think I like that better. Yeah. So speaking of the worst disaster of the wedding, wait. Before we go there, speaking of bridesmaid, I wanna mention this because I have this a lot for some reason. A lot of people ask me when I'm like doing a trial, or people ask me, "Oh, you do wedding in makeup and hair? Do you ever deal with bridezilla?" You know, like to be honest, it's so weird. I never really have bridezilla, but for some reason on the wedding day, the bridezilla is a lot.
Yes.
What?
Yes. Remember, it's not your day.
Yes. So for all the brides out there, let me tell you. So you have to control your girls. So make sure before the wedding, make sure everybody already know what kind of hair and makeup are they supposed to have. So like have this conversation with the girls before, maybe the night before, or maybe on the rehearsal dinner, like what kind of hair and makeup they want to have. Because I have a lot of time that like I was, you know, the brides always want them to, I want them to look kind of like neutral and like, you know, subtle. And then some of the bridesmaids are like, oh, I don't look good with like neutral, like, you know, like light eye makeup. And then they just go back in the restroom and put like a really black eyeshadow or like red lipstick. I'm like, you can't do that, you know? You can't do that because like, you're gonna be the only one that like looks different and stands out, you know? It just look odd in pictures too, you know? So that's one thing that really important. And then I also have, oh my god, this is probably one of the major disasters. One of my bride has about 7 bridesmaids, and then one of the bridesmaids didn't look at their dress before the wedding. Apparently, she has a different dress. She has a different dress. Yeah, I mean, lucky that everything was white, but her white was not even in the same tone, and it was a different style. So please, like, if you're a bridesmaid, please cater yourself a little bit more to the bride. So just don't give your your friend, you know, who's getting married, heart attack like on the wedding day, because she did not need that, you know, because I was like, oh my god, and they were like crying, and it was bad. But at the end it works out. And then more than anything, if there is a disaster, whatever happened, just take your shot. Just keep drinking, just keep going, okay? So I just want you, everything that happened on the wedding day, right?
Yeah. It's all about celebrating and have fun.
Yeah, and to have fun, yeah.
One other tip is for bridesmaids' hair and makeup. It's not, etiquette-wise, it's not required for the bride to pay for the bridesmaids to have their hair and makeup done. But oh my god, it makes such a difference when the bridesmaids have their hair professionally done and their makeup professionally done.
Yes, it does.
And then also it's like a time to pamper.
Right. And you can also help, like a lot of my brides right now, they only can pay half of, you know, the service, which is nice, you know. I think it's nice for everybody to contribute a little bit, so maybe just pay for the makeup or just pay for the hair. I think that helps a lot, because I know, I mean, weddings already have a lot of money. We already spend a lot of money, and we want everybody to look good. But like, you know, sometimes we have to kind of try to keep in the budget. But it doesn't mean, you know, going with the budget and then like not doing your hair at all. You know, to me, you still have to do it. So either help your friend, maybe just pay half of it. I think that would be nice, right? Yeah. If you guys have any more question, anything at all about hair and makeup, I feel like I already give you guys everything that I have in mind, and then I answer some of a lot of people ask about, you know, a lot of questions that people ask me about for the wedding. And I think Michelle also have the same thing. But if you have more questions, just leave a comment below, and then me and Michelle together, we're going to answer any questions at all. I hope you guys enjoyed this video.
Thank you.
Thank you, Michelle. Thank you, Michelle, for being here. And I'll see you guys on my next one. I'll see you soon.
Happy planning.
Bye.